Well, this is a weird way to start the episode. I just was doing some fishing, and I found a little axolotl in the ground. He just was popped right in the water. Alright, well, I guess. Welcome back to another episode of Fishcraft. Thank you so much for being here. Right, today's episode is going to be very different than the ones I've done in the past, because a lot of the time in my other episodes, usually I just build like one or two things and then I call it a day, and then I do all kinds of fishing. But today, I take it back. We're going fishing, which sounds good to me, because my pickaxe is already almost broken. I had to go and do some terracotta collecting earlier, and I almost broke it. Oh, and in case you're curious as to why I have to go fishing, it's because during the rain, you get a 40% increase in fish catching rates. At least that's my excuse. I just really like the rain. And cats. Can't forget cats. Right, back to what I was saying. Today, we're going to be working on interiors instead of building up whole new structures whose interior, I let's be honest, would probably not do. And at the tippity top of that list, I think, is going to be this little red building right here, which is actually going to be a little tavern. And I've got a really good idea for this. We're going to have a whole little bar in here. There's going to be a little distillery, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure if it's called a distillery, but it's going to be the little metal containers where, yeah, I don't know anything about this, but I do know I'm really excited to get started. I didn't see nothing. And the first thing I need to do to get started on building up this interior is gather up the materials. Hi, Pickle. Wait, I gotta go get the resources I need to get started, which means I'm gonna need a lot of deep slate, because I might have really bright exteriors and everything's all cute and colorful, but on the inside, I do like them to be slightly darker than normal. At least that's how I usually do it. But for these new buildings that I'm going to be furnishing the interiors of, I think I want to go a slightly different direction. While I do want to use deep slate as the main block on the inside, at least for the walls, the floor is going to be made out of spruce and I think a little bit of dark oak. But I'm going to be going a bit more colorful than normal, I think. And I don't know exactly how to do that, but I'll figure it out as I go. I know I'm going to be using lots of terracotta, which I've already gone and collected. I did go and I gathered almost an entire inventory completely full of terracotta just so that I could build, what, 3 different interiors? That sounds a bit excessive, but that's okay, because I need to incorporate more color into the interior of my builds. Alright, that's enough talking. I'm gonna hurry up and gather the rest of the resources I need in 2 seconds. You know, I say 2 seconds, but in reality, I think it's gonna take me, what, probably like 3 or 4 hours. It's the price we gotta pay for stuff looking good. You know, this is the most Puddleshine thing I've ever done. I went to these caves to mine diamonds, gold, and redstone, but not to use as a material, but as a building block. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look, there's more axolotls here. Oh, I want to pick them up, but this is their natural habitat. I don't think I want to take them from this. I'm gonna let them do their thing, and I'll just keep the one I found earlier today, which is a brown one, by the way. It's very cute, and I don't know what to name them. You know what to do. Oh wow. Hadn't realized how beautiful this place is. Look at us go. We're doing so good with our little village over here, our little catfish. Oh my goodness. There we go. Sorry these cuts are so weird. It's taken me about triple the amount of time I expected it to. It's been about 6 hours already, and I'm still running around grabbing just random bits of junk I'm gonna need. Right now I need to go over to the beehive, and I need to get myself, 6 or 7 different blocks of honey so that I can put it inside of the still, which is going to be the giant copper pot where they brew all of the drinks for the tavern. I just wish I had thought of this ahead of time because my goodness, this has taken forever to do. All right, no more cuts. It is time to fully finish collecting these resources. Oh, excuse me, bees everywhere. 2 seconds. My goodness. It's been over 24 hours since I started collecting resources for the interior of this guy. I don't know why this took so long, and I'm sorry. Now that we've got the materials I need to finally finish this interior, it's time to get started. And the first thing I wanted to do was the floor, because I kind of need somewhere to walk while I'm building the rest of this. And then after that, I think I'm gonna do the walling, but I'm gonna add in a bit more color than normal, like I've mentioned before. Maybe do some terracotta action and maybe some wool or something. I'll figure it out as I go. Right, let's finish this floor. Okay, yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Now I'm having it be so noisy here because, I mean, it's gonna be a very, very high traffic area. I mean, considering every single resident of this entire catfish village comes in here. I mean, the floors, they're gonna be taking some damage. And I'm realizing now it's not very entertaining watching me just do some random interior bits. I think I'm gonna hurry up and finish this whole interior, and then I'll explain everything after I've done it and show you all why I've done what I did. All right, here we go. Interiors is rough sometimes. This whole episode is gonna be interiors. Oh no. Right, moving on from how difficult this was to build, it's finally time to do the little tiny tour of the town tavern. And I'm just realizing now that even though this is a tavern and the interior fully suggests that, there's not really much on the exterior that says tavern is there. Oh well, I guess I'll have to do that at another time because I am fed up with this building. Let's get on with the tour. Welcome to the Grog and Gills. I was trying to do a fishy name, and I thought that sounded pretty good. All right, so here we go. We come in, right? We've got our main entrance, and then we've got the high traffic area, what I was talking about earlier, why the floor was so noisy. And you've got the bar over here, the waiter or whoever it is that takes, or the bartender. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. The bartender is over here on their little stool because we care about our employees, right? We want them to be able to sit down. They've got drinks here. They've got drinks, the special drinks over here, and then there's tap this direction if anybody wants to do that. And then for one drink it is 5 tropical fish, but you get free refills, maximum of 3. I couldn't fit that on the sign, but only 3 refills if you want it. Oh, and then my favorite part, we've got color just splashed all over the place for no reason at all, except I really, really loved the way that it felt. We've got purple kind of just leaking into the different colors. I tried really hard to make it gradient into the rest of the colors, like the deep slate and the tough and stuff. I wanted them to connect as nicely as I could, and this is the best way I could do that. I did it over here and in all these corners as well. This is the seating area, by the way. We've got one spot over here where people just wait for their drinks if they don't want to sit down quite yet, or maybe if they're waiting for the tables to empty up. And then, of course, no fighting in the tavern, please. And now we move on to the upstairs section, which honestly, compared to the bottom here, it's not too decorated. We've got just a little bench right here for the employees while they wait for the drinks to be brewed and such. I'm not really sure. Right, so they're waiting for their drinks to brew inside of this giant copper pot distiller thing. I don't understand, but I think I did pretty good with this. Oh, and we've got more of the terracotta business over here. This is what I meant by incorporating a bit more color into my builds. Usually I just have the deep slate and maybe a bit of moss, but now I'm gonna try splashing this kind of stuff just in all my little buildings, just to make it feel that little bit better. And I am fully in love with this. Okay, moving on from the tour, you might be wondering, why is this tavern called the Grog and Gills? Well, I don't have them yet, but that's because this little tavern is gonna be run by a frog. I thought that was really cute. I thought that was a really good idea, and I really want to do it. So I think that's what my next bit of business is in this episode, is I need to go find a swamp. I think I need to breed a couple frogs together and then grab their little tadpoles, because I don't want to take the frogs away from their natural habitats. I hardly ever see them, so surely they're endangered, right? Kind of like what I did with the turtles. Oh, the turtles! The eggs are gone! Come on! Hurry up, boats! You're taking forever! Where's the tiny turtles at? Oh my goodness! Hi! Oh, this reminds me so much of Finding Nemo. What was the little guy's name? I don't remember. Noggin! You are just precious. You are precious. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave them to their thing. I don't think I need the scutes. I have no reason to wait for it. I need to get a frog, ASAP. Okay, let's just give them all of the seagrass. Have fun. Noggin. Oh, he just grew up right in my face. All right. We got a turtle skewed again. Let's just put this little turtle skewed thing away. We've got a total of 3 of them now. That's crazy. Enough turtle business. It's time to go get ourselves a frog, which means we are going to need some slime. Hopefully we can find some on the way. I mean, it is a swamp after all. All right, and I'm pretty sure I remember seeing a mangrove swamp this direction somewhere. Oh, we've got some pickles. Just some random pickles. Yep, thank you. I don't want pickles. I want frogs. But, I mean, they're pretty close, aren't they? Wait a minute. There's the mangrove swamp right there. All right. Hey, I was going in the right direction the whole time. Yep. Calculated. I know exactly where I am. My sense of direction is impeccable. I think that was the right word. Is that that's the word for really bad, right? Impeccable? Yeah. All right, rat beast. Let's get ourselves a frog. Ooh, I wonder which kind of frogs it is that spawn inside of the mangrove swamps. Is it the orange ones? Temperate or temperament? Whatever today seems to be a hard word for days. I'm sorry. I meant today seems to be a hard day for words. Oh, blink. Hello, friend. Are you interested perhaps in running a tavern for me? Blink once if yes. That's twice. Blink twice if yes. Twice. Blink 2 times if yes. I'll take that as a yeah. All right, let's go. Right, we've got our tavern keeper, which means we're good to start heading back home. And I decided not to take the tadpoles, but oh, you just broke it. Whoa, I decided not to breed them because I don't know where slimes are, and it's gonna take forever. So welcome to the team. Ah, right. While I'm taking a break in this little mangrove swamp, can we just take a second to appreciate all of the music that is played in today's episode, because all of these were made by a lovely creator by the name of Parker. I've linked his little YouTube channel in the description if you want to check out the person who made all these musics for me, which is crazy to think about, right? I've been working with him for a couple days already, and my goodness, they work so fast, and he's really good at his job, and I love this music so much, I'm gonna use it forever. And back to the video. Uh-oh. I lost my home. Never mind. I think this is the right spot. I think right behind me is a frog, and also where I found the pickles. Oh, there's my home. This little frog is a trooper. Yeah, Choomper. Hello, Choomper. Welcome to the team, Choomper. Oh, and while we're on the topic of new music, the song that plays right now is called Pleiades, named after this little birdie right here, because, I mean, we love Pleiades so much that we've got a whole song dedicated to them. Enjoy. Uh-oh. I don't think that's the right spot. Well, I've got your name tagged, and enjoy the tavern. Bye. I've got stuff I need to do. Bye, Choomper. All right, that was a very large little side quest we just did with this tavern interior. Oh, that was the back of my head. Sorry. Right, moving on to the next bit of business for today's episode, and by popular demand, it is going to be the interior for this little yellow building, because just about everybody suggested that I keep this little yellow building behind me, a bakery, and I do think it's a good idea now, but only after I've heard your suggestions, because I didn't know fish cake and fish sticks really existed. I mean, I knew fish sticks existed, but I just didn't think about it. That's a great idea. Hush puppies too. Yeah, fish cakes, all those kind of things. Fish sandwiches. That's right. I saw that one. You all have such lovely ideas. Thank you so much. Which again, brings me to full loop. I need to get the materials I need for this interior, which I'm not gonna do in a creative world. Actually, I think I'm gonna do it real time and figure it out as I go, instead of doing it with all of my blocks at disposal, because we've seen how that goes. I don't want more of this. No, thank you. But I'm gonna leave that for tomorrow, Puddleshine. Oh, tomorrow Puddleshine hates yesterday, Puddleshine. Right, first things first, like usual, we're gonna add in the flooring bit, which I think is still gonna be spruce. I don't want to change the color palette too much. With, of course, the occasional spruce stair to make it look like there's some floorboard action going on. Yep, I think this looks okay. And I would say the next bit I need to do is the walling. But since this is going to be a bakery now, right, usually the thing you'd see the most with bakeries is the giant bay windows they've got just sticking out the front of them to show off all the little bakery goods that they've got. So I think what I'm going to do is move this over just a couple of blocks so that I can put a bay window right here. I think. I really hope this turns out okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this works good. Right, so instead of explaining what I'm gonna put inside the bakery as I do it, I think I'm just gonna do it and then show you all. That seems to work pretty good. I like doing that. All right, and here we go. Okay, and with these last couple bone meals, I'm pretty sure that is the whole interior of this little place all finished up. Let's take a step back and see how it looks from the front. And on the whole, I think this is the exterior. I'm sorry. I still think it looks good though, especially this bay window. I started using, what is it called? The half glasses? Half glasses, huh. Yeah, I started using the half glasses mixed with the full glasses here to give it just a little bit more depth. And I also added a bit more hay bales. Kind of just higgledy-piggledy. I put some over here as well. I meant to do that to begin with, but I ran out of hay bales and I couldn't do it. So here you go. Here you go. Here's the interior. All right, I'm really happy with this. Look at how cute this place is. We got all kinds of hay for all the bacon and bread and we're gonna need to do. We got the bell for when we need service. We've got the countertop here for taking orders and such. Oh no, I forgot my stool. What have I done? Okay, I have to go make a stool really quick. I'm sorry. I care about my employees. We need them to sit down. Oh, and I added this sign. We're officially open. I mean, I guess this works. Just a little slab, just kind of in the corner here. Yeah, I think that'd be all right. I definitely think this bay window was the right decision. Look at this cute little window. Wait, there's a torch floating on it. No, thank you. Oh, I forgot one of the big features. 2 seconds. How could I forget the beautiful little cakes for the beautiful little bakery? Hold on. There we go. And ta-da! All right, let's go look at it from the front. Also, I got a cow here. And while I was luring the cow into the bakery to be the proud owner, by the way, her name is Clarabelle, and she is beautiful, and we love her. And this one tagged along, so I guess this is the co-owner now. I don't know what to name you. Oh right, I gotta take a look at the bakery from the front. Make sure the bay window looks good now. Yeah, there it is. There's my view. Look at that. We got cakes in the window with the smoke and the smell and the beautifulness. Oh, it's all come together. I just had a thought. Maybe I could put some banners right here on the top of this little bakery, just to give it a little bit more something. But I thought it might look good, so it's just. I mean, let me check really quick. I'll take this. The yellow blends in a little bit, but on the whole, I think I love this. You know what else I love? Doing interiors. Oh, that's right. Yep. While I'm talking about interiors, I need to light these candles before I forget again. There we go. Oh, also, I made the world's most efficient cactus farm you've ever seen. This bad boy produces a whopping, so far, 0 cactus per hour. Nothing. Who can beat that? Nobody's better at farm building than me. Oh, that's right. Probably should check if this thing even works. 2 seconds. I'll let my axolotl run around while I wait. Oh, that was it. Oh my goodness. It works. I'm a genius. Look at all this cactus we got. All right, that's enough tomfoolery. It's time to finish up this little smokestack. It actually ended up not taking very long at all to get this little smokestack put in. So really, I think all I got left to do now is just put in these little campfires and it should be good to go. Oh, and there was a little bit next to the chimney there that looked like it didn't blend in too well with the wall. So I've got to do a little bit of updating there as well. It's just that little spot right there. All easy stuff, of course. That is the smokestack, all fully finished. Yeah, on the whole, I think this little research station looks very beautiful, and I love it, and it's gorgeous, and it turned out great. Let's just take another little step back really quick. Yeah, there it is. Look at this little research station. I've still got to link the interior to the smokestack. I wanted to make some sort of boiler room or something, but I might have to save that for another time. Uh-oh, I've left out some trapdoors. There we go. Alright, now that we've got the smokestack all fully finished and the research station is looking very beautiful, it is finally time. It's finally time for me to do some fishing. And if I remember correctly, last episode I ended it on 32,000 and something. Yep. Yeah, I don't remember. But hopefully by the end of this episode, we should be around about the 37,000 mark. I hope. I don't have much time left, unfortunately. This episode has taken me all week to do. You wouldn't believe how much easier it is to build up an entire structure than it is to put crazy amounts of detail into a single interior. Doing these structures is easy compared to that. My goodness, how has it taken me a whole week to gather all the different resources? Okay, I don't care anymore. All right, it's time to fish. All right, it's been a very long day and a half or so of fishing, and I'm ready for bed. I mean, I still want to fish, but I'm tired. I think I've done just about all I can do in one episode. Oh, right, my statistics. Here, I started at 32,000, I think, and I'm currently at 38,345, which I think that's a pretty good number for just a couple days, right? Surely that's a good number. Oh yeah, I'm at 103 levels. That's not very bad at all, and I'm gonna need every single one of them for probably next episode, I think. But I think that about wraps it up for me. I've done all I can. I thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Fishcraft. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. I really hope you liked the music.